Hello and welcome. I'm Mercy the Game Master, here at the Monsters, and we're back with another working Wednesday stream.
YouTube stream is now live.
Yes, it is, Lumia. Thank you. It's cozy day today. It's a rainy, dreary day outside, and I think I'm finally fighting off getting whatever illness Pixie has had for the last I don't know, almost 2 weeks, I think. So far, no fever or anything like that. I may have just moved right onto the cough, but still, cozy day, low energy day. Gonna be good though. We're still gonna work for an hour and a half here. If you're not familiar with the format of the show, that's what we do. We got 30 minutes on the clock. We're gonna work to get some D&D things done, and then we'll take a 5-ish minute break. We'll come back, put another 30 on the clock, and then get out of here. You're welcome to join us and work on whatever you want, but of course, this is especially for Game Masters and Dungeon Masters, although lots of people do the dishes, clean their rooms, or whatever. So today, our plan is to prep for the D&D Battle Arena that is this Saturday the 16th of November, 2024. If you're not familiar with that, real quick rundown, it is an interactive battle arena where people that are watching our Twitch stream can use doubloons that they acquire either for free or for paid. There are doubloons redemptions for both. And then they use those doubloons, kind of like crowd control or any other Twitch integration that you may have seen, to trigger things on our D&D players. So they can heal, they can buff or debuff, they can summon monsters, kill monsters, etc. So it's a lot of fun. We take signups for players. We usually try and get 3 to 5 players, and then also anybody who wants to interact via chat can do that as well. So swing by twitch.tv/HereThereBeMonsters this Saturday at around 6. Hey, Kale, no worries. Honestly, I was kind of debating about taking a nap after this. So it probably just frees me up to do that, to be perfectly honest with you. I hope you have a good D&D, though. Oh. So, what do we actually need to do? Well, there are 3 things. There are a number of different places where we have written down notes about during the last couple of Doubloons Battle Arenas. Of you just kind of like, oh, this would be nice, or this would be a good tweak or change, or whatever. So I need to consolidate that information. And then we want to try and make some character sheets. So the characters that are played are pre-made, but we don't have a ton, but there's not much of like a visual element to it. So we wanted to make some graphics for that as well. I'm hoping to get at least those 2 things done today, in the next hour-ish. Okay. Here's my notes. Apparently it was September the last time we did this. Yeah, I guess we didn't do it in October. I will do my absolute best to keep the mic muted during any coughs and whatnot. There we go. And get my audio mixer a little bit closer. That way I can reach the mute easier. Hello, Lily. How are you? I think I either am getting sick or I'm skirting around the outside of it, but I definitely do have a bit of a cough and some chest congestion, so we'll see. But yes, I have I think gotten at least some of Rocket's creeping crud. It made its way through Pixie to me finally. Right. The crazy thing is I thought I avoided it because I had been completely symptom free for like 2 weeks, but I'm pretty sure it's COVID. And as we know, one of the things that made COVID dangerous was um, the long incubation time. Reviewing some notes and whatnot. There we go. Here's the thing that I wanted. Was all of Aurar's notes. Oh, those paste really poorly into Word, though. Okay. Hold on. Loki found a leaf for one of Pixie's roses. Oh my gosh, stop it. I took the leaf away from him and then he immediately started digging at the carpet. He started, digging at the carpet like rip, 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 rip. He just ran out of range from after I took the leaf from him and then started ripping up the carpet instead. Okay, so so far we have kind of a like a roadmap and feature set for doubloon stuff. The ones that I already had written down are advanced and simple characters. That's not going to get done before this weekend, but we will work on that in general. We need to deal with anonymous redeems in the ledger, and we need to add a little overlay like these that says exclamation point doubloons in the video feed because a lot of people I think don't catch it in the stream name. Then from Aurar, we had Like, what to do with random effects that are useless. Remove useless potions, etc. Somewhere to record redeems. Okay, Dakota added that for us already. Ooh, yeah, a stable of mobs ready to go. That one's a really good idea. Also not going to get done before this weekend, but good in general. Up to Costco for oh no, are you guys getting sick too? Add something to ledger for tracking effect activated versus effect charged. Charged to person's balance. No, just normal monthly amounts. Gotcha. Picked up take and bake margarita pizza. I have not had those, but I've heard mixed reviews of their take and bakes, which is a bummer because of course their food court pizzas are awesome. Clark Max HP is wrong. We've already fixed that. Ranger firing into melee. Okay. Fix percentages on item spreadsheets to always be 1 to 100. Ooh, marker for dead characters for looting. Fighter damage wrong. Mod is wrong. I've already fixed that. There's that. Okay, I think we have a good to-do list for like longer term things that need to be done for the doubloons program. I wanted to get some of this done a few weeks ago, but we've been kind of burning the candles at both ends. So now I have all the notes consolidated at least. Loki, he just knocked a picture of Pixie and I off of her desk. Little babies. That was much closer to when I started having facial hair. Okay, let's break some of this stuff down into like general. General characters, logistics, stream. Okay. And then where should we put some of these things? Make advanced and simple characters. We'll go into the characters category. Deal with the anonymous logistics in the ledger. Exclamation point doubloons in the video feed. So far, I seem to have come up with useful categories. What to do with random effects that are useless. Probably put that in general. Oh, I know what I wanted. It was I need a section for like tables. That's another one. We need to like, there are some items and whatnot that are just useless. We want to remove those. So it always feels good to redeem doubloons. Ranger, oops, firing into melee. Give everyone an extra human feat. That's F-E-A-T, not F-E-E-T. Oops. Okay. Notes organized. So, what of this stuff? Oh, and actually, let's turn these into check boxes. Oh, God. Let's see. It's been a while since I've done that. Uh, 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 um. Oh, I may. Oh, boy. Word is doing weird things. Okay, we're okay. We're okay. Checkboxes in Word. Oh, right. It's in the developer tab for some reason. I really don't think that that's the right place for that. That's why I can never find it. Cannot be inserted into multiple paragraphs. What does that even mean? It's literally just 3 lines. Okay. No check boxes because I forgot they're totally garbage in Word. Strike through. All right. So there's like 4 things in there that I think are important to get done before this weekend stream. They may or may not be today, but the notes have been consolidated and activated. So we need to make our character sheet now, which I guess maybe I need to do one of the to-dos first, which is to lock in what races all of them are. So we had been treating all of the doubloons characters as if they were human, but also because the humans have no stat adjustments, but also we don't think we gave any of them bonus feats, which is a little unfortunate. So I think we're going to go back and give them races really quickly. The ranger will be human for sure to facilitate giving them another feat so that way they can fire into melee. So the ranger isn't just always hosed. To the player's handbook. Dwarves are plus con minus charisma. Elves are plus dex minus con. Gnomes are plus con minus strength. Half elves don't really gain much that would make them good for this. Half orcs. Maybe it should be a half orc fighter. All right. I think that makes sense. Half orc fighter, dwarf, barbarian. We need something for cleric, rogue, and sorcerer. But we want uncomplicated things. Rogue is weird because you'd almost kind of want to say halfling, but halflings have minus strength. So that actually makes stabbing things less good. Maybe it should be an elf sorcerer for dexterity for armor. Armor and initiative. Hello, lol, no, lol. How you? Cleric and rogue. How's work? It's tough. There's a part of me that wants to make the cleric a gnome, but then that would make the cleric as tanky as the fighter, which doesn't feel super good. I guess it does a split up though. Then we'd have 3 tanky people and 3 non-tanky people to choose from. And the fighter has more AC. Maybe we should do that. So we just need something for rogue. Maybe rogue should just also be human. They could have another feat. Or it could be elf. Plus dex minus con. Rogue is already the second lowest HP though. Oh, and we're about to hit the sorcerer with less HP also. I guess that differentiates the rogue and the sorcerer a little bit more though. I think we'll go human as well. It kind of works because the ranger and the rogue probably have the least like toys. So having that extra feat is kind of worthwhile. So we've got a dwarf barbarian, a gnome cleric, a half orc fighter, human ranger, human rogue, and elf sorcerer. Seems like a pretty decent group. Short shift your life, 3.5 hours. Oh, wait. Supplier issues affecting breakfast products and possible supplier issues for lunch items. Uh-oh. That's not good. Okay. I know we just hit break time here a second ago, but I'm going to run through this really fast because this will be pretty quick. Make the stat adjustments. Yeah, probably Enola. Okay, let's see. What are the two main things? The stats and the speed, probably. Oh, that is a little bit of a bummer. Making the barbarian a dwarf, they lose that bonus speed that barbarian gains. So let's maybe swap it around and do half orc barbarian and dwarf fighter, because the fighter's already weighed down by his armor. Ooh, boy, does that stack? I think it does. I think the fighter would then drop to 15, which is gonna be really rough, all things considered. Gnome barbarian? That'd be fun. With medium armor, a 20-foot person drops to 15. Yes. But gnomes, I think, also have the reduced move speed, don't they? They're 20. They're small. Yeah, it is 20. Crap. I really don't want the barbarian to lose that speed. I don't think we want a third human. Is there a... Is there an SRD race that has, like, positive melee stats that's not small? I guess the dwarves are technically medium, but whatever. They might as well. Elves gain dex but lose con. Gnomes gain con, lose strength, and are slow. Half elves just get nothing. Like all of half elves bonuses is roleplay stuff. Half lean gains dex, loses strength, also slow. So the answer is no. I guess we'll just make it human. As unfortunate as that is. It kind of works, though. It takes the 3 most mundane classes and gives them an extra feat to help balance things out a little. So half orc gains strength, loses intelligence and charisma. Gains strength, loses int, Loses charisma. Okay. Oh, I have to do that on both of them. Gains strength. Loses charisma because there's 2 copies of the barbarian character sheet. All right. Gnome cleric. Gnome cleric. A, B, C, D. Gnome. 2 con, minus 2 strength. Loses 20 feet. Or drops to 20 feet. That's also a bit of a bummer. But I guess, again, it helps differentiate the different classes. Crap. I already forgot what I said. Plus strength, minus con. Plus con, minus strength. Plus con, minus strength. Plus con. 1. Minus strength. 0. Oh, actually, that's a good point. Means that the barbarian needs additional 2 hit. Oh, I went the wrong way. The gnome should have gone up to plus 3 con. There we go. So that would put him at 22 hit points, which is exactly equal to the fighter. The fighter, we're just going to give toughness 2 to up his HP to 25. He's still got a bit, so he's still tankier in every way than the cleric. So human, they get no changes in stats, but the ranger and the rogue do need an additional feat. And then the elf sorcerer. What is it? It's plus dex for sure. What is it? Minus strength? No, plus dex minus con. Welcome back. On a break here in just a second. We're just about done tweaking our pre-mades for the doubloon arena. Well, speaking of which, I guess if you don't end up working on Friday, you can always join us as a doubloon player. Ranger and Rogue. All right, so Ranger, we already know, which was what kicked off this whole thing, actually. Ranger, we know what feat they want. It's, I think it's coordinated shot. I have to go look, though. Feats, 87. LN, is that like late night manager or something? Or I guess LN would be late night. Sorry, I'm a little derpy right now. More than normal. Precise shot, that was it. Oh, and technically we had given them rapid shot, but they definitely should not have rapid shot. So we need to change ranger to, oh, but that's because point blank shot is weird and it's a little bit complicated. Yeah, that makes sense, Enola. We need to change rapid shot to point blank shot and then also give them precise shot. There's no penalty for firing into melee. I just thought of something. Yeah, okay. I'm derping right now. Okay. Ranger is all fixed up. Rogue. A rouge. What should we give the rouge? Probably lose like an hour or two on the end once the morning manager comes in, but you won't get like cut during the night because your bus system minimums are running. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Although it seems like they don't seem to have too much of a problem running you below minimum sometimes anyway. Oh, our rogue might qualify for 2-weapon fighting now. We have 15 decks. I think we could argue that they do. Yeah, I think that's the play. It can be great value, Skabosh. Okay. How much was that? That was eh, we're near our max overage time, but that's okay. We made it. We had to get that done because for one, it needed to be done for this weekend anyway. And then for two, we needed to know what races the characters were because we're going to generate some art to throw on those character sheets. They look cool. So we needed to know what to make the art look like. So, break time. I'm going to get up, get some steps in real quick, and get my legs moving, refill my water, and do a Pokemon Go battle. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. If you haven't been up off your booty in a little bit, you should get up, move around as well, and then join me again here. And we're going to get those character sheets thrown together. So thank you for being here. Also, if y'all did not know, we do have a new episode of our original D&D campaign, Kingdom of Ren, is up. Went up on YouTube yesterday afternoon. And you can catch it right here after the stream. All right, back in a few. Hey, Telwyn, thank you for coming by. I'm sorry we keep catching you at break time, but as you can see, I'll be back here in just a couple minutes. No worries. Thank you so much for thinking of us, at least. Hopefully soon. Woo! No said, I just got off my booty, so I'll be sitting right here. Well, I hope you had a good sit then. You live above 2 Pokestops. You can sit in bed and spend them when you're surrounded by 10 Pokemon. Oh, that's awesome. Haven't played in years. I was a very late bloomer on Pogo. I only got into it a little over a year ago. And honestly, for me, it's more of a get up and move thing. It's been very good for that. So I'm grateful for it. It's kind of like how things like a Fitbit help you get up and move, but gamifies it a little bit further. All right. Let's get our timers reset. Oops, not 10. 30. And workins. Reset. All right. Da, 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 da. Okay, what is it? Right, we need to actually generate those characters now. Well, if you ever do want to get back into it, Talwyn, we have a chunk of people in the community that play, somewhere between intermittently and regularly, that have posted their friend codes and whatnot. If you ever want folks to share with or invite to remote raids or whatever. Why do I have to re-verify with Midjourney every time I use it? Also, what aspect ratio do I want this to be? Would it be 16 by 9 or should we go 9 by 16? Or something even different so we could fit 2 of them side by side on a screen? I think we need to be able to put stats somewhere. Maybe we just stick with 16 by 9. So we want like a half orc barbarian wielding a Great axe in both hands. Isolated with empty background. We'll just see if that generates us anything even remotely close to what we want. Oh, wow. That's actually freaking awesome. What? Okay, hold on. Let me open OBS. It'd probably be kind of fun to just stream the visuals anyway. They've really worked on this program over the last year. It was nigh unusable originally, honestly. First try. Oh, hold on. Let me get my camera over on the other side. That was the first response to my prompt. Half-orc barbarian wielding a great axe in both hands, isolated with empty background, and then a bunch of prompts for like style. That's freaking awesome. That one is definitely a little more orky, whereas this one's definitely a little more human-y. I think we go with that one. And then we just upscale it, make it higher resolution. I think that's all I need to do. Upscale. Yeah. Well, that went way better than I expected, to be perfectly honest. So I'm going to grab that. And we're instead going to go with gnome, cleric, wearing, scale, male. Oh, wait, male. Holding a mace in one hand and holding a wooden shield in the other hand. This may end up derpy. We'll find out. Character sheets. Half orc. Barbarian. Oh dear. I like that it went with garden gnome. That's amazing. That one's not totally awful. So, and if you don't want to answer this, Talwyn, totally fine. But out of curiosity, do you live like above a retail space or something then? Dude, this cracked me up. These are great. I also like how it now in a way this is kind of cool, right? But how this one interpreted holding a shield and holding a mace. Like he is literally holding it. Like he's holding a book. Which is of course not what I wanted. But yeah, I like that it went with garden gnomes. Dude. Also, I just noticed only one of these had an isolated background. So it didn't listen to me on that part at all. This was not terrible. Battle Garden Gnome. Now it's a wooden mace, which isn't exactly what I was going for, but is this for a winter one shot? We definitely should do that. We definitely should do that. I'm going to vary this one strongly again. Santa Gnome. I mean, like, this one looks pretty legit. He just doesn't have a mace in his hand. I'd actually use that otherwise. His shield is... Actually, I'm going to vary that one as well. We definitely should plan... Oh my gosh, how had I not thought of that? We absolutely need to plan a winter one-shot. You live in a national park. Oh, that's freaking awesome. 15 points of interest across the street. It's a broken Pokemon Go spot. That's super cool. It just really does not like them having them. But it's interesting, right? Because the half orc, we immediately got axe. In fact, that's a bloody axe. I do like this mace though. Little itty bitty like Smith hammer Mjolnir kind of mace that also he's holding by the head instead of the little tiny shaft. It does kind of look like a camera, doesn't it? I kind of love this one. Also that the shaft of the mace doesn't match up at all. All right, can we do... Yeah, hold on. Can we do anything with the editor here? What is happening? Oh, it's in a race? How do I... Oh, God. This is a new feature. I haven't used this before. Or organize? I don't think... Oh, dear. Oh. Open in full editor. There used to be a thing where you could vary by region. Hello, Pavlov. Good to see you. Oh no. I want to hit the back button though, because I don't want it to freak out. We're trying. Oh dear. Oh dear. We're trying to edit this image. Oh, thank you, Amras. Is there a new one, or you mean the one that you used last time? It does look a bit like both, doesn't it? Yeah, there used to be vary by region. I'm bummed that that's like not a thing anymore. I do this. Something happening? Oh, here we go. Okay. I just, at the time you said, man, it just really does not want to give that to him. At the time you'd said that it was incomplete, so. Why did we do so well with the orc and then so badly with the gnome? We just get a reference image. What? Those are axes. Kind of cool. But, man, that's actually kind of an evocative photo. Like, it's kind of rusty and decayed and, like, laying in, like, wet leaves. It's kind of cool. Not what I wanted at all, but kind of cool. Let me switch screens here really quickly and try and find a reference image. Okay. I mean, do you wanna send that to me, an updated one anyway? Oh, well, I don't know. I'm doing other stuff. I'm not looking at Discord. You're having issues getting art generators to put out what you want. You repeat using different words. No, I'm holding a sword. He's holding a cutlass. Been a long day. Oh, yeah, that's actually a good point. It's been a while since I did much prompt smithing, so I appreciate that. That's a very good thought. All right. Let's try. Well, I'm almost ready. Use this text. Oh god, how do I add reference images? I forget. Personalize? Oh, not that. Crap. Different. Oh, you know what part of the problem probably was? The original prompt says holding a maid, M-A-D-E. So that probably wasn't helping. More like typing, but yes. Oh, this is... Dude, okay, this is not what I wanted, but this is amazing. I'll just give you a second to think about what it might have done. Okay, got it. I kind of love it. I kind of want to use it. I also like this one where we got Shield Pauldron. I mean, this one could work, right? Like, it wouldn't be uncommon, especially for wooden round shields, to be strapped to your arm. So yeah, I love the concept actually, but not what I wanted. We're gonna try again. I guess they don't care that it's a cleric, right? I mean, they all kind of look like staves, but yeah, that one's definitely got some AI weirdness going on with it. So we can probably remove that. Wearing scale mail armor. It allowed you to do what while I was on, Lily? Wearing scale mail armor. One hand is holding an appropriately sized mace metal club in one hand. I'll leave the duplication there, as Tell pointed out. Sometimes that's good. And the other arm is behind a wooden shield. Well, so the first time I actually only said mace. I added metal club to try to like double down on the descriptor. I kind of want to keep this one though, honestly. I don't know what I'll use it for, but I like the idea. Bruh, it really wants that club to be huge. This guy looks sick though. It definitely tried to add some more imagery and stuff, right? Like the armor's more ornate and there's like a thing on the club. I like the style of this one. I just wish that we could get it to size it right. I mean, the other thing I could do is try and edit the two images together, because part of what's throwing it off is that the reference image that I gave it for the club it's in an isolated background, so there's no scale. So it looks as big as the gnome. That's honestly probably the problem. So what I might actually do is like a really quick, bad Photoshop job to just put it in his hand. I call it a small club. Think I should take out appropriately sized? Probably. Holding. Now it's going to give us a tiny club. A small mace. Small metal club. The club is one. I don't know if I say 1 foot long, though, that might be a problem. Club is, I don't know. I was going to say, yeah, like the club is 1 foot long, but. I will just see what it does. It gives a baby holding a mace. I was so excited with how quick the barbarian was. Literally first prompt. Like, bam. So good. Perfect. Like, this was our batch of 4 from my prompt. I mean, this one looks maybe a little suicidal, but otherwise, like, nailed it. Midjourney safe for family? I think so. These are cool. Like, they are cool. Ooh, this one's close, actually. This is close. Although, why is it like, it looks all like paint sketched? We'll try a variation on that one. That's the closest that we've had by far. We'll do a strong variation and a subtle variation on that. Oh yeah, I mean, Midjourney could definitely still be a little spoopy, you know, but it's, as far as I know, it will not generate like nudity and stuff. When you asked if it was family safe, I was assuming that you meant more like, could you use it? Oh, we're getting closer. There's definitely also some shenanigans going on there, but like, could you use it in the family room? Which, like, yes, and I think an adult using Midjourney in a family space would be okay, because you are going to be, you know, careful with the way that you prompt it. These two are both pretty decent. I don't know why they look so like rough, though. I don't know what other word to use. That one's pretty good, honestly. A little too long, but pretty good. And that one's not bad either. Oh, you know what I just noticed? The prompt that I'm using, I copy pasted from something else, and it has detailed crowd in there. That's probably part of the reason. I'm surprised that any of these it managed to give us isolated backgrounds for. Can you call it a 2 foot long mace? Well, I was worried we were going to start getting AI feet pics. You know? This one's pretty close. Like, this is, I think, usable. I'll try one more batch. Oh, what? Bro, we did it. Oh, well, okay, that one lost his shield now, but... And also that one, oh man, we got... we need, like, that. Okay, I think we've gotten closer. I think we've gotten a lot closer. Let's go back to the most recent non-variation one that we ran and fix a few of the things in here that should not be in here. Like detailed crowd. That was in the orc one also and did not throw it off. And then I'm going to switch scenes here really quickly. I'm just going to do that Photoshop. I didn't, sorry, just interrupted myself. I'm going to do that Photoshop job really quickly and just try editing that into his hand. Yeah, I don't I don't really understand why these are so much more like rough than the half orcs rather were. This one's pretty awesome. Still weird things going on with the angles and the haft is too long and whatnot, but open with open with Photoshop. All right. Some of it, honestly, is probably because the gnome reference image that I gave it is not very high resolution. Hey, thank you for that, Pavlov. Really appreciate it. I hope you had a good time. We're in the process right now of renumbering a few things. And doing it. Yeah. So we had a prologue and a season that were like separate from each other, and that was confusing some people. So we're in the process of just combining that into one continuous number run. So I'd be curious to hear where you started, if you don't mind my asking. As far as tips for new DMs, do you have any experience as a player, or are you going in like completely blind? You've been in 2 multi-year campaigns before. Okay. Going custom world, or are you going to be running modules and stuff? Custom, almost everything is homebrew. I would argue that the most important thing is setting clear expectations and making sure that everyone is on the same page. So, can characters die? Are you rolling in the open or in secret? This one's less of a collaborative thing, but you have to decide: are you going to fudge rolls or not? Yeah, what's your stance on rule of cool versus rules as written? Are players okay with player versus player action, whether that's social or potentially combat? What's their appetite for things like sexuality or torture, or what are some other good examples? I think overall that's a pretty good start. I'm sure I can think of more. I think that's the single biggest thing you can do. I can give more advice, but I also could and probably should do a video series on the answer to that question. Honestly. We'll add it to the backlog, you know? Understand where I'm going. You have a Trello board. Yep, I use Trello as well. With almost everything about the world in it, players can see, comment, and suggest ideas. You're all on the same page. That's nice. That's nice. I think it's still worth, especially for some of those things that can be much more contentious, it's worth having an explicit discussion about. I think another thing is to develop a sense and to periodically check in, because players' opinions on this may change over time. But how much combat versus roleplay do they want? some people would be absolutely fine literally just being in like a tavern and one square block around that tavern for the whole campaign. Whereas some people are like, dear God, I sleep. During town sessions, I sleep. This is amazing. Okay, so we've solved one problem and created another one, but we've still made progress. So that was the solution to get a smaller mace, was to edit it into his hand. I now have a no context shield, and we have the same problem, so it made a giant shield. So I can do the same thing and just edit the shield onto my reference, and then we'll probably be okay, because that solved the weapon size problem like instantly. It still wants to make it an axe, not a mace, but am I good? I'm on the verge of being sick, so unfortunately I'm pretty coughy right now. Yeah, I finally got the creeping crud that Rocket gave to Pixie. These are also starting to look a little too dwarfy. But one step at a time, we've made progress. Yeah, we had one of our long-term community members and friends and moderators, Mr. Team Rocket, who you may or may not have seen in YouTube chat as Kale, over to visit, because we've known him for 6 years now. And he's a teacher, and he came over and immediately got sick upon arriving, which means he'd probably already been sick for a little bit. And then like a few days after he left, then my wife got sick. And then it took longer, but about a week and a half later, then I'm starting to get sick, which tracks. In general, I have a better immune system than Pixie does, so it makes sense that it took essentially double exposure for me to get sick. Well, I don't think it's just a cold, honestly. I think it's Rona. Normal colds don't behave like this. The crotch goblin. Oh, that too. Yeah. But anyway, to my point, Pavlov, is one of the things that Telwyn said is like, rule of cool, don't get too caught up in the numbers. And there's definitely something to be said for that, no matter where on the spectrum you fall. But a a counterpoint that I would make there is that's also not going to be true for all groups, and not necessarily at all times. So again, kind of worth having some communication with your players as far as like what they want, because like for me, to a degree, but I like the nitty gritty, and my old party liked the nitty gritty. So my old table game that originally became the Kingdom of Rin that everybody is now enjoying, where we developed that setting and whatnot. If they were out in the wilderness and there was a random encounter where they found a deer or whatever, and then they decided to chase down and kill that deer, we absolutely looked up how much a deer weighs and then estimated how much of it would be awful, and then estimated how many rations they would get from it, and would, and maybe spent like 15 minutes on that. And that was a way that our group had fun. A lot of groups would not necessarily have fun with that, but we were all on board with that. So like collectively, that was part of our fun. I think another broader strokes thing that I would give you would be, how do you have fun as the game master? It can be easy kind of turning into like trying to create the best experience for your table and potentially losing sight or track of how you have fun. That's another thing to think about too. What is fun for you? Like maybe your whole party likes combat, but you want role play. Like, I mean, yeah, obviously you need to find a mesh that will work for your whole party, but like make sure that you don't leave out the parts that are fun for you. All right, we're trying again with a now scaled shield. You'll be a bad DM when you start. As you progress, you'll develop a style that works for you and your group. Experiment, see what works, and ask for advice. Yes, ask for feedback. Big fan of that. Another thing, too, is be ready. And this one's hard, but be ready for chaos. I've seen this happen to new DMs in the past. I've seen this happen with new DMs in the past where they get really attached to certain things about their world. And your players are chaos goblins, or they will be. So to give an example, when I very first launched the Kingdom of Ren, session 0, well, session 1, I guess, right? So we'd made our characters and done all that. I'd given them some props about the world, the whole kit and caboodle. Here's our map. This is the original hand-drawn map. Exactly, Telwyn. Can I zoom this in a little bit? Yeah, there we go. A little better. Actually, I can zoom it more in on the region in question. So here we are. Our players started out at the Tired Traveler Inn. Because there's no towns for like whatever this is, like 150 miles between Coggan and Milan and Palan. So there's like essentially like an inn and resort complex about halfway up there. I was like, well, that's fun. It's remote if they want to go out in the wilderness. It's halfway between a few different places. We can do the classic start at an inn without it feeling quite so tropey. Because in this case, it makes sense for the world and whatnot. So we start at the Tired Traveler. They get to know each other. They introduce themselves, yada, yada. We get through all that. They're going to start gathering rumors, right? What are we going to do? I have 3 rumors prepared for them. Number 1. See, hold on. What was the other one? Crap. This was literally over 10 years ago, I think. Oh, okay. I think I do remember. One of them was there's a special material in my world that, at least within the kingdom, is only collected up in the area around Tonda. So it's like the miners and harvesters of this material have been going missing. You could adventure up north and go like help investigate their disappearances. The Baron in Palan has issued like a hunting challenge. So you could go out into the forest of Indria and essentially trophy hunt. Easy. Go out and fight. Do some tracking. Have some random encounters. Or there's a constable at the Tired Traveler who is investigating rum runners. So the consumption and sale of alcohol is legal in the kingdom, but the production is illegal. So there are rum runners. There's like a pseudo prohibition. So to recap, you can go north, you can go east or west, or you can stay here. Those are the 3 prompts that I gave them. So they meet each other, they have a few drinks, they gather rumors, they all sit down. All right, what are we going to do? We're going to go north, east, west, or stay here. Promptly, they all go, we're going to go south. Down along the road. Which, of course, in the moment was like deer in headlights. However, that led to me ad hocing a magical dagger that they found that came into the possession of a party member who, unbeknownst to the rest, was a chaotic evil tiefling. They tried to sell it, but couldn't get anybody to buy it. Eventually, several sessions later, when they were in the ruins of an ancient town, that chaotic evil tiefling discovered that dagger that they had found looked remarkably like it would fit into this little shape in this altar in this old destroyed city that they'd found. So we stuck it in there, which opened a huge portal that started summoning a bunch of demons. So to Talwyn's earlier point, right, is they're going to ruin things. They're not going to do what you expected, and a lot of times they're going to make things better. So my world changed. We invented this whole subplot with a demon portal being opened and whatnot, because in session 1, my players were like, "Nah, screw your plans," and then we were off to the races, and we were making it up as we went along. Yeah, exactly. Also, I was barely a player before that. I had only played in like a dozen sessions before that. I decided I wanted to play more than once a week, and my DM was like, "Yeah, I don't know if I want to DM more than once a week." Fair. It's a big commitment. So I was like, "Fine, I'll do it myself." And then there we were. I wish he didn't look quite so dwarfy, but this one's pretty good. You know? I almost wonder if I used that as an input example. So that way it's higher resolution, and then maybe we won't get such a rough image. Although this one's better than most of them. It's also chainmail, not scale mail, but yeah, of course, Pavlov. Oh, I mean, again, we look very dwarf, but man, I like that one. Other than the fact that we've kind of lost the gnomeness, right? Although we also don't look as Santa, so that's nice. Kind of looks like oh my gosh, I almost said Charlie Sheen. Nope, not right at all. Odin from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. especially this one. My God, what is his name? We're getting into Warhammer territory now. It's getting too big again. I do like that this one doesn't look quite so dwarfy, you know? Even if the shield does have a skull on it for some reasons. I feel like we've somehow gotten both closer and further away from what I wanted. You know? That's kind of the nature of working with image generators, though. Oh, this is better. This is back to not looking so dwarfy. I like that one. We might have a solution finally. No. Why? Like, why is it? It really wants it to be an axe. Dude, that shield, though? With, like, the battle damage and stuff? That's a pretty cool generation. Oh, I didn't know I could scroll through like that. Yeah, I think it's the slightly more pointed ears and stuff. This one gives less dwarf, more gnome. I'm okay with it. Oh wait, let's upscale it though. See what the upscales do. Did that take way longer than it should have? Yes. Longer than it was worth? Also probably yes. But I couldn't leave it alone. Sorry, I read that. I don't remember if I read it out loud or said anything about it though. Like I'm also maybe starting to run a fever. Rip. You have Google Chat with all the players in it, which is funny because my cough actually feels a bit better now than it did earlier. You can ask questions and see what they think. Thanks for the tips. Yeah, heck yeah. Oh, interesting. So this one's got like a little bit more abstract. I also just noticed there's a sword, which is a little bit unfortunate. Was there in all of them. And a little bit more severe features. This one's got a little bit like softer features. Probably a little bit more realistic. This one's a little bit more exaggerated. I don't know if I love the like weird skull in the mace though. How did the orc one come out? what's the style here? I actually don't feel like either of those are, you know, like drastically don't fit. I think the slightly more exaggerated one. Oh, shoot. You know what I should be doing? I should be favoriting these so they're easier to go back and find. I'm also just going to do one more batch because I'm like that. Let's go down. Dude, Santa Gnome was great. We definitely need to do something with that. Or like, I guess, not favorite. Oh, the mace is cool there. The facial expression on that one, dude, is hardcore. I like how his mace head is kind of beat up too, actually. I like that it took, oh god, what are those called? The interwoven snakes? Oh dear, we started getting, oh dear. I like the pose and I like his face, but everything else that's going on is rough. I think I like this one better. Do the upscales of those and then we'll be done with this guy. Which one we like better? That shield looks cool though. More of an evil cleric kind of deal, but so we got kind of the same thing. A little bit more like severe features, but not quite as exaggerated as the other one. This one's like a little bit soft. Oh, nope. 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 That's the one. Like it. Save it. Print, update it, fight it, kite it. Whatever exactly all is said in there. Doubloons. Character sheets. It's been a while since I fiddled around with Midjourney for this kind of thing. The last one that we did, I guess, was the in here. Oh god, there. The pictures that we used in the episode where Rosalind was on trial, which is all I'll say about that. Because I know some of y'all have been working on catching up on episodes. All right, that was fun. Definitely way over time today. We didn't even try and stay in the 60 to 90 minute range, but I needed a bit of a distraction because I haven't been feeling good. So, and it helped. So thank you all for being here. We appreciate it a lot. Two quick things before you go. Or maybe three. But the newest session of Kingdom is up on the YouTube channel. So if you have been keeping up or catching up, you can find that there. This Friday on Twitch, twitch.tv/HereThereBeMonsters, we are going to be doing a Tailspire building stream where we're working on designing a fort. It should be a lot of fun. We have a handful of the components for it designed out already. We're going to be designing some more and probably doing the terrain building as well. And then Saturday, and this is the one that's probably the most pertinent to y'all, we're doing D&D Battle Arena, which is what we're making these things for. The really short version is it's a remote controlled D&D dungeon. So a couple of people play. Everybody else is in chat. The people in chat can use doubloons. You can get some doubloons for free. Doubloons are also paid. And people use doubloons to do things like give you magic items, summon monsters on you, cast healing spells or buffs, or all sorts of things. So if you'd be interested in watching and or being a player, you'll be able to watch on the Twitch channel. Links in the chat. And if you want to join as a player, you don't have to buy anything. It's totally free. We have the free version of Tailspire set up that you'll be able to use. So if you want to potentially be a player in the Battle Arena, the link is right there for you. So thank you guys so much for being here. It was fun. Thanks for keeping me company when I'm not feeling real good. Our next stream, I do believe, is Friday for the Tailspire build. So thank you all. Take care. Don't get sick. And as always, be excellent to each other.